One of the ways you can improve in Halo Infinite is to use the right guns in the right situations. However, there are a lot of guns to choose from, so in this video I'm going to go over what the best guns are and how to use them optimally. Consider subscribing for more Halo tips.
Overkill.
Now, all the weapons in Halo can be lethal if used correctly. However, there are some you'd favour over others because of their power and ease of use. In this video, I'll only mention the stronger weapons and I'll leave out the less favourable ones, but I'll be making videos on how to use them later on. Guns in Halo are split into two groups, standard weapons and power weapons. The standard ones are a small selection of guns you normally spawn with. These can change depending on what game mode you're playing. For example, in the casual modes, you spawn with an assault rifle and pistol, but in ranked modes, you spawn with a battle rifle. Power weapons are picked up from around the map and you have to fight for them. They vary depending on the map you're on. The team that controls the power weapons controls the game. So it's important that when you get a chance to use a power weapon, you know how to use it and use it efficiently. First, let's look at the best standard weapons, which are the battle rifle and commando. Starting with the commando, it's a single shot gun, but it has the ability to full auto if you hold the trigger down, making it an incredibly versatile gun, good for short and long range. The further away the target, the slower you want to fire. If they're up close, then make sure to use the full spray. If they're at medium range, you'll need to balance your rate of fire. Allow the bloom some time to reduce so you remain accurate. Regarding where to aim, it doesn't matter what gun you're using, you should always aim for the body until the shields get knocked off, then aim for the head for the finishing blow. When the shields are up, it doesn't matter where you aim, the damage will be the same. Once the shields are off, it's a different story. The head is a one-shot kill, while the rest of the body takes a lot more. So remember, aim for the body, once the shield goes down, aim for the head. The only exception to this rule is the sniper rifle, which we'll get to later on. Moving on to the battle rifle, which is a burst weapon and more commonly known as the BR. The advantage the BR has over the commando is that it has no bloom and you can spam it as much as you like, making it easier to get the hang of. It's good at all ranges, but at medium ranges is where it shines the most. The best firing pattern is 3 bursts to the body and 1 last one to the head. You'll know if you get it right because the announcer will say, "Perfect." He says this for most single shot guns when you get a kill without wasting any shots. If you have the choice, I advise using the BR over the commando just because currently it's also the weapon used in ranked and you need to master it in order to rank up. Remember, when you're using both the commando and BR, you'll want to strafe. Strafing is moving left and right quickly in order to put off the opponent's aim so they miss some shots. Strafing is so effective that even the higher level bots are designed to do it, so make sure you implement it into your game. The commando and BR might be harder to use than the assault rifle, however they're absolutely essential to master, so make sure you're using them every opportunity you get. If you don't have access to any of these two, then the next best choice is the pistol, but I'll show that in more detail in a future video, because for now, let's move on to the best power weapons, starting with the king of power weapons, the rocket launcher. When the game announcer tells you the power weapon's about to spawn, most people will dive in for the rocket launcher, and for good reason. It's extremely powerful and easy to use. You're almost guaranteed to get kills with it. The absolute best tip I can give you for the rocket is to jump and aim for the ground around the feet instead of the body. The rocket has wide area damage, so you don't need to make direct contact. If you aim for the body, you're much more likely to miss because the opponent will be moving or strafing. The rocket is also one of the best weapons against vehicles. Just make sure you aim a little ahead of your opponent. In ranked, you only get 2 rockets, so make sure you don't waste them. To preserve ammo, you'll want to fire 1 rocket, then switch to your secondary weapon to finish them off if they survive. Next, let's look at one of the most fun weapons to use, the sniper rifle. It's a 2-shot kill to the body and only 1 shot if you get a headshot. Since there's no damage drop off in Halo, it's the same at any distance, and you won't need to lead your shots. The bullet travels almost instantly as soon as you pull the trigger. The sniper rifle will take some time to get familiar with, however it is definitely worth it, so make sure you practice in the weapon drills. Bear in mind, headshots are much harder to hit. You don't always need to aim for them. 2 body shots are just as good, or you can body shot then use your secondary gun to finish them off. I recommend pairing the sniper rifle with either a commando or BR. You'll want to position more passively with a sniper instead of being aggressive. You don't want to be the guy who rushes up with a sniper, dies and just gives it to the opponents. And for the final weapon for this video is the skewer. You might have already seen some of the crazy shots people have been getting with this. Now this weapon confused me when I first used it because you hold it like a rocket launcher, but it's actually more like a sniper rifle. I was firing it at the ground expecting an explosion, but nothing was happening. But then I realized the skewer's true power. It's basically a 1-shot sniper even to the body. To use it efficiently, you'll want to hang back and provide support at medium to long ranges like you would with a sniper rifle. You can be aggressive with a skewer, however if you miss the shot you'll most likely lose the battle as you have to reload after every single shot. It also does decent damage against vehicles, not as powerful as the rocket, but you can destroy ghosts and warthogs with a few shots. The reason I chose the skewer over some of the other weapons like the cinder shot is because it's so easy to use. You literally point and shoot, so every time it spawns you want to make sure you're the one picking it up. So that's a quick breakdown of the best weapons you should be focusing on if you're struggling in Halo Infinite. Keep in mind, to be the best player, you need to know how to use all the weapons in the game, even if you only prefer to use a certain few. I'll be making individual videos on all the guns and abilities in extra detail, so make sure you're subscribed for more tips. I'll see you in the next one.